Hey viewers, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to continue working on our 1984 Pontiac Fiero. Now I did some work last week. As you can see, I had the console all tore out, and I have the ECM out too. Now this is a remanufactured ECM, so it doesn't look very pretty on the inside there. I don't know how well you can see that, but how you see it is how I removed it. It's basically how it is. So again, I'm gonna say sorry for the sniffles. Yesterday it was like 77 degrees, and now today it's only 30s. Welcome to the Northeast. So you'll notice that there are wires that are butt connected going to the data connector, as well. Set that off to the side. You'll notice that there's a little bit of carnage here, I guess you could say. Comes along here. Now if you look down here, you can see where that got the seat and the wire. I got a little warm. Went across the carpet. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to remove this harness here. As you can see, it comes just up to this bulkhead connector here. Okay, I'm going to probably end up swapping this harness from the black one for the ECM, and for the data connector here, this whole harness goes from there all the way down to there. I'm going to end up replacing this today. Now the best part about this is you'll notice that the rest of this is okay, and they did butt connect the ground to the cigarette lighter, which is not a big deal. Now as for the engine, I'm going to be doing a little bit of work on the throttle body area. Now, after doing some thought and some homework, we know that the map sensor is okay, but I don't know if the throttle position sensor is okay. Now, if you look at this wire connector, see, it's a little melted. I believe I have another throttle position sensor. I'm also going to possibly pull the EGR valve off. I'm going to pull this EGR off and see if that's stuck, open, or whatnot. Because if the map sensor is telling it that there's a lot of air going into the cylinders, that could dump so much fuel to accommodate for that. Or if the throttle position sensor is faulty due to whatever in the world happened, this could be telling the ECM that, hey, the throttle's open farther than it should be, so put more fuel in to accommodate for the open throttle. So for that connector, I'm going to have to do some fighting back here to get this off, which is going to be a few bolts and nuts and whatnot, to get that off so I can get that wire connector apart and replace it on that side inside the car. Now, still no word on if the head gasket's gone, but you'll notice there is a ton of blow-by here, and I don't smell it. That doesn't smell like gas. So, and again, pardon the wind noise, because once again, just like last week, it's windier than windy today. Okay, so now I have the grounds for getting that harness out. I just gotta take this little retainer off. And that should just go through the firewall there. This other harness I'm not gonna worry about because that is going up to, I believe, the dash. So I'm not worried about that. My main concern is just getting the ECM out for right now. So I'm gonna get this out, which is a 10, looks like 4 10 mils. and that should slide out. The other one did not have any nuts or anything holding it into this plastic piece. It was just sitting there. I just found something on the back of this ECM that's kind of interesting. That says 1984 Pontiac Fiero 4-cylinder 4-speed manual. Looks like this was reflashed at some point. Mighty interesting. Okay, so here I am. I'm gonna take that off. That don't need to be on right now. Oh wait, those right. These are 10, ain't they? It's been so long since I've taken the throttle body off one of these. That's a 10. That's a 10. Those other ones are bigger. I think those were a 1/2 inch. Swap over to my 13 mil here. Nope. Try a 14 mil. This has been so long, so. Hey! Give me a second back. So, turn in a 14. Okay, so I have it off. And the first impressions of this isn't too bad. So yes, you could definitely tell that this has been off. You can see new sealer there. As for the gasket there, it's not too bad. So take this and swing it out of the way. That's the PCV. I'm not too worried about right there. Let's see here. So this here you could have to tell has been charred, but not awful. Those connectors definitely don't look pretty, I'll tell you that. It's okay though. Throttle cable. So the first impressions of the throttle body being off, doesn't look awful. Underneath, looks pretty clean. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that throttle position sensor. And I'll put it all back together. So as for the vacuum lines, I can't really get a map right now. I mean, I could try using this map here and see what I can find, but for right now, I guess I'm not going to worry too much about a vacuum leak. I just want to see if I can get this narrowed down a little bit with the excessive fuel. Okay, so here's the throttle body back on. There's the new throttle position sensor. So, like I said, I know I need to plug the map sensor into one of these. I guess for right now what I could do is probably just hook this to here. Might plug the map sensor onto this one, PCV onto that one, and then probably just leave this looped here for now. We'll see. But the map sensor is definitely going to get plugged in to the throttle body for the vacuum, and this wire harness. To be honest with you, I don't really trust this harness. I definitely see some splitting in that wire there, so yeah, this harness might be replaced at some point off of the black one. I also did notice, don't know how well you can see that. You see that right? Where's my finger? Right there at the tip of my finger. Sorry for the shakes, kind of chilly. You see that right down there? Can you focus? There you go. You see that right there? That's not good. That is the coolant temp sensor. What that does, tells the computer what the temperature of the coolant is, so it knows how rich or how lean to put the fuel. If that's reading out of range, that could cause problems. Okay, here we go. The other ECM is in. Key in the ignition. Okay. See what happens. I hear the fuel pump. That's a plus. Give it a little throttle. Uh-oh, running out of juice, guys. Uh-oh. Well, that's it, guys. She's dead. Well, here it is hours later. The car still don't start, unfortunately, but I'll have to continue this later date. But there is more damage. That whole section is gone. Now, there's that. Underneath, this floorboard back here is shot in some spots, and the engine cradle is worn out. Now, I knew about the engine cradle when I went and bought the car. Wish I'd get you guys a shot, but I doubt it. I'll try. I don't know how well you can see that, but that's the engine cradle, guys. Not very pretty. See if I can get you a shot of the floorboard. Let's see, what was it? It was up that way. I can't really see it very well, but there's the floorboard, so that's gotta be fixed. Better died on the camera, so let's hope this comes out pretty good. So amongst me working on the engine and not starting, I decided to shift gears a little bit, and I took the dash out. Yeah. So amongst all that hidden damage, I guess what I'm going to do is I went back and forth on debating on if I should finish the car or not, or do a VIN swap to this one. And I guess after doing some thought and things like that, and thinking real deep about it, knowing the fact that a VIN swap is not a good idea. So I guess this is still going to be the original plan, and that's going to be a donut car. So I did swap the ECM over, and I think it's worse with the amount of fuel that is dumping into the engine. So I think we're going to end up swapping this engine, cradle and all, wire harness as well. Oh, it's getting chilly out here, guys. Can't wait for the warm weather. So I think we're just going to take this whole engine and drop it out of here and put it in that one there. I might look into a new clutch because I think the clutch in this one's shot. That clutch is okay. It's a lot better than this one, I can tell you that. But for now, that's where we stand. Now, you're probably thinking, what's the sense of taking the dash out of that one? This one here ain't much better. And you're absolutely right. As you can see, I got a whole nother dash. Now granted, this is not the same color as this one, but that's okay. This one came out of 86 that I found in the Upullet yard. This had the gauges up top. You can see that's where that hole is for the wiring to come up through. But this one is in a lot better shape. There's some minor cracking, like right here, very little there, a little bit here, and again, if there's wind noise, I apologize, folks. But there's a little bit right here. But overall, a lot better shape than the other one. And this one has a little bit nicer looking pocket that even says Fiero. But for now, guys, that's pretty much going to be an update. Like I said, this one here, this black one's going to be a donor car. And I'm going to use it to fix the red one. So if you like this video, smash that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for more.